皆さんおはようございます。Thank you for joining me. This is the news of the day, the NHK Easy News for August 25th, 2025, 2025年8月25日の今日のニュースです。We have our title. 警察など間違って逮捕した後、亡くなった人に謝った。警察 is the police. 警察などpolice and others. 警察など。間違って comes from 間違う in the te form. This is mistakenly. So 間違って逮捕した。This is 逮捕する in the past tense. 逮捕 is to arrest. So 間違って逮捕した would be someone who was arrested mistakenly or wrongfully. 間違って逮捕した後 So after being wrongfully arrested 亡くなった亡くなる is to pass away or to die. And then we have hito. So all of this is describing this hito. So we have a person who was mistakenly arrested and thereafter passed away. So 間違って逮捕した後亡くなった人に謝った。謝る in the past tense. 謝る is to apologize. So the police and like, after having mistakenly arrested a man who then passed away, they made an apology to this person. So 間違って逮捕した後亡くなった人に謝った。So it looks like they visited his grave since he had already passed away. Once they realized they made this mistake, 警察など, so the police and others made this mistake. Here is our vocabulary of the day. 警察, the police. 間違って, mistakenly, to do something, to make a mistake, mistakenly. 逮捕, to arrest. 亡くなる, to die or to pass away. 謝る to apologize. 捕まえる to capture, to catch, to apprehend. 軍 the military or a fighting force. 機械 machinery or machines. 輸出 exports or export. 検察 prosecutors. 罪 is guilt or sin. 墓 is grave. 妻 is wife. And 夫 is husband. And our grammar of the day is the particle to. The particle to has several other uses, but this one in particular, it marks a quotation, a sound, or a manner in which something is performed. We'll have one example sentence of each of those. So, そんなことないよと言っていました。So the to here is quoting what someone said. So と basically making that a quote, and then 言っていました. They said this. And そんなことないよ. That's not true. That is not the case. And we have バタバタと. Bata bata is a sound. To is often put after onomatopoeia words, like words you'd find in comic books or manga or anime. So bata bata to is with a clattering noise. Then you can put a verb right after that to mean something happened with a clattering noise. Bata bata to. And we have ゆっくりと歩く. So ゆっくり means slow. This to, ゆっくりと, turns it into an adverb that we throw the verb 歩く onto. So to do something in a slow manner. ゆっくりと歩く. ゆっくりと歩く. To walk slowly.
5年前、警察が大河原加工機という会社の3人を捕まえました。軍が使うことができる機械を外国に輸出した疑いでした。その後、警察と検察は間違っていたと言って 3人に罪がないことが分かりました。3人の中の相島静夫さんは、捕まっている間にがんが見つかりました。しかし、すぐに外の病院に行くことができませんでした。相島さんは72歳で亡くなりました。今日、警察や検察の人が相島さんの墓に行って謝りました。相島さんの妻は、悪いことをしてないのにどうしてこんなことになるのだろうと夫はとても怒っていました。警察などを許すことはできませんと話しました。
Alright, so let's break down the article. Here we go.
5年前、警察が大河原加工機という会社の3人を捕まえました。
5年前、警察が大河原加工機という会社の3人を捕まえました。5年前、5 years ago, 5 years previously, 警察、the police, 大河原加工機 This is the name, 大河原加工機という会社。会社 is a company. It's という in saying a company that is called. We have this と, our grammar of the day. It's giving a quote for 大河原加工機 So this is the name, and they're quoting it. 大河原加工機という会社。So a company called 大河原加工機という会社の3人を捕まえました。3人。So 3 individuals from this company. を our object marker. 捕まえました。They were arrested, captured. So the police arrested 3 people from the 会社大河原加工機5 years ago.
軍が使うことができる機械を外国に輸出した疑いでした。
軍が使うことができる機械。軍 is military, fighting forces. 軍が使う。military, use, 使う。使うことができる。So if you add ことができる onto the dictionary form of a verb, that means able to or can. So 軍が使うことができる機械。機械 being a machine. So machinery that can be used by military use machines を外国に輸出した疑いでした。外国 being foreign countries 外国に telling us where 輸出 is export and then した in the past tense 輸出した疑いでした。So 疑い means they were suspected of doing this. So they're suspected of exporting military machinery or machinery that militaries would use to foreign countries. 疑いでした. That's what they were under suspicion of.
その後、警察と検察は間違っていたと言って3人に罪がないことが分かりました。
その後、thereafter, after that, 警察と検察は、警察 the police, and 検察 the prosecutors. 警察と検察は、police and prosecutors, 間違っていたと言って、so 間違っていた. This is the 間違う verb to make a mistake. And this is 間違っていた. So in the ている past tense. So they had made a mistake. と言って. This と is quoting what they are saying. And then they followed by the verb 言う. と言って. So they said they made a mistake. And then 3人に to the 3 people. 罪がない. So 罪がない. There is no guilt, which means they are innocent. 罪がない. So these 3 people were innocent. ことが分かりました. So this こと turns that all into a noun. And then we have it connected to 分かりました. So it was understood. They found out that these 3 individuals were innocent. So the police and the prosecution said they had made a mistake. And they found out that these 3 were innocent. 罪がない。罪がないことが分かりました。
3人の中の相島静夫さんは捕まっている間にがんが見つかりました。
3人の中の相島静夫さん。So 3人, the 3 individuals の中 inside or from among this group の 相島静雄さん。So, 相島静雄, Mr. 相島静雄, who was in these group, or among this group of 3 individuals. As for this person, 捕まっている間に, while he was captured or apprehended while he was still in prison, 捕まっている間に. So, 捕まる, to be captured, 捕まっている. In that time of period that he was apprehended or in prison, 捕まっている間に、がんが見つかりました。がん is cancer. がんが見つかる。見つかる is to found. So, cancer was found. He was found out to have cancer while he was in prison. It's 相島静雄さん。
しかし、すぐに外の病院に行くことができませんでした。
しかし、this is however, しかし、すぐに right away, 外の病院、外 being outside, connected to the noun 病院, which is hospital. So, すぐに外の病院に行く to go to a hospital outside or outside of the prison. に行くことができませんでした。So once again, we have ことができる here, possible. So he could not go to a hospital that was outside right away.
相島さんは72歳で亡くなりました。
Mr. 相島は72歳。So this looks like they forgot to put the Furigana on this one. This is years old, 72歳で亡くなりました。So at 72 years of age, he passed away. 亡くなる。亡くなりました。
今日、警察や検察の人が相島さんの墓に行って謝りました。
25日 or 今日 as she says 警察や検察の人が so the people from the police and the prosecutors 警察や検察の人が相島さんの墓 being a grave owned by 相島さん with that particle no that's what that's saying 相島さんの墓に行って they went to this grave, 行く in the te form, 謝りました and apologized, 謝る。
相島さんの妻は、悪いことをしてないのにどうしてこんなことになるのだろうと夫はとても怒っていました。警察などを許すことはできませんと話しました。
Okay, so this is a little complex here. We've got two embedded quotation marks here. So, if you look at the sentence, we got 相島さんの妻は So, 相島さん's wife は and then that connects down to the very bottom here 話しましたと話しました So, this is one thing that his wife said and inside of that, she's quoting him. So we've got two tos here quoting what people are saying. So Aishima's wife said, 悪いことをしていないのに So 悪い is bad, こと is things. 悪いことをしていない has not done bad things. する in the negative ている form. していないのに and のに is a way to say even though.Even though he did not do anything bad, 悪いことをしていないのに、どうして、how or why, こんなことになるのだろう。Just how can this kind of thing happen? こんなこと is this kind of thing になる。How would it become this way? And then のだろう is like wondering. のだろう。How could this have happened? How could this kind of a thing have become? と、夫はとても怒っていました。So, this to is quoting what the husband is saying. So my husband said, even though I haven't done anything, why did it come to be this way? And then 夫はとても怒っていました。So the husband was extremely angry. 怒る。So 怒っていました。怒る changing in the ている form, past tense. 怒っていました。Was extremely angry. 警察などを許すことはできません。警察など being things like or people like 警察 and all those other people などを許す is to forgive ことはできません so ことはできる cannot I cannot forgive the police and the like so very sad story but hopefully you were able to learn some new vocab and grammar today and see how they all piece together in this article. Looks like I was cutting off a little bit of it, but we have 警察などを許すことはできません. I cannot forgive the police. So, all right. Thank you for joining me today. That is the article of the day. I will plan on seeing you tomorrow. If you like what you see, go ahead and give a like and a subscribe to see more. We'll be doing this daily for as far as we can tell. So, また明日